morning, my movie-loving brothers and sisters. How are you guys doing on this Monday night? Thank you for joining us on this special edition of the Screen Talk Live YouTube channels. It is After Hours edition here on the Screen Talk Live YouTube channel. And we are here having fun, ready to talk about some movies and movie news. We did try to do a stream earlier today that didn't end up with the quality we want here at the channel. So we decided we were going to get back together, regroup, and get it fixed. And I think we have. It looks like it's running smooth, clear, clean. It's not lagging. It's not glitching. Not doing all that. So that's good. I am also joined today, or tonight, this evening, by my buddy and co-host, Trevor Farney. Trevor, how are you doing this evening, buddy?
Well, it's almost past my bedtime, but I'm going to power through. But I'm good. I've been hanging out, did an audition.
Yeah? How'd your audition go?
Very well, man. Very well. It was for the biggest theater in Wichita, so I've been wanting to work with them for a while.
Sweet, man. Sweet. Yeah, guys, and just to get a few things out of the way here, we do have a video up for an Xbox Series S that we are giving away here on the channel. Make sure you guys go check that video out if you haven't already. But if you have it, just give you a little rundown. If you send in a super chat during tonight's live show or during any live show, it enters you in for a chance to win that Xbox Series S. So make sure you're sending those super chats if you want to win that bad boy. Also, we do have our new channel membership up. We have 9 current channel members. Thank you, channel members, for your support. We're looking for that 10th member, of course, out there lurking somewhere. But yeah, we appreciate all the love and the support through the membership. So make sure you guys are joining and spreading the love on that. And then make sure you guys are hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can have your movie news when you need it, where you need it. And the thumbs up. Don't forget to thumbs up this. It's good for the algorithm. And the way we like to do things is very similar to the way we like to do things in the regular show. Is I'm going to go over a few main topics today. And then after that, any comments or questions or super chats that you guys have left down for us, we will review and go over. So make sure you guys are asking any questions, and then make sure you're sticking around to the end of the show to see any of those questions get answered. Pardon me. So, with the broadcast running smooth and coherently and perfectly, let's jump in to our first main topic today. And our first main topic today is this. So, Trevor, again, we tried to do a show a little bit ago earlier today, and it didn't work out the way we wanted to, but we're here doing it now, and one of the things that we wanted to talk about was the weekend box office, which we always talk about or like to talk about here on the channel on Mondays, right? Because it's just at the weekend box office. So, let's take a look here. I always like to use this article from Cinema Blend, I always say, because they like to put up this nice, pretty list, as you see here. Again, it looks like Wakanda Forever, as expected, came in number 1. It really had no competition. 11 million it brought in. It puts its domestic total to almost $410 million. I think worldwide it's pushing towards $1 billion. Violent Night pulled in almost $9 million to bring its total to $27 million. This is great for this movie. I went out and seen Violent Night myself, and I have an out of theater review up on the channel. If you haven't seen it, go check it out if you're interested in my thoughts on Violent Night. But yes, I had fun with Violent Night, and you know what? I'm just going to say it. As time goes on, I'm really starting to love David Harbour. Like, he feels like my stepdad or something. Like, I don't know what it is, but he just feels so securing, and he's so lovable, and he's just such a good dude. God, I love him. So, big win for David Harbour. I'm happy for him, especially with all that Hellboy stuff he had to deal with a few years ago before the pandemic. Yeah, this is a big win for him. Then, obviously, Strange World, right, from Disney. We talked about this on the channel. It was a Disney movie, animated children's movie that they kind of, held back the marketing on because it features, a prominent LGBTQ character, and that has come to bite them in the ass. Obviously, in its third weekend, it brought in $3.6 million, putting it at a total of $30 million. And like I said, this is a movie that they spent millions and millions of dollars on. So it's a big loss for Disney, for the studio. Well deserved. Good for you, Disney. Number 4, The Menu. It brought in 2.7, pushing its total to 29 million domestically. This is a movie I still want to get out and see. My wife keeps in my ear about it constantly. What about The Menu? What about The Menu? It's on the menu, so we're gonna go see that, honey. Don't you worry. Hopefully I get to see it in theaters before it gets out. You know, we do have Avatar 2 coming this week. Super excited about that. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. But let's see here. Then we get into, a lot of, nothingness. Steven Spielberg's The Fabelmans is still, making nothing as well. But I do want to talk a little bit more about number 6 on the list, which is Black Adam. Still able to bring in 1.3 million over the weekend, pushing its domestic total to 1.66. The Rock might not be wrong. This thing may crawl to actually making a little over break even. It's not making money, but it's not losing money. And I think that counts for something. But still, it's just not what we expected for The Rock and Black Adam, right?
Right. It's a pretty good movie, too.
Yeah, for sure. And the other thing I do want to talk about is Ticket to Paradise. I see it's up on Peacock now. If you guys haven't had a chance to go check it out, you can. I haven't seen it myself, but I've actually keep seeing, I watch The Office, daily. And every time I go to load it up, I see the trailer for Ticket to Paradise and that it's on Peacock now. And it's got the, George Clooney, Julia Roberts back and forth thing, or I believe that's who it was. And it looks great. It looks like something I wish I would have went and seen with my mom, and she would have just freaking loved it. But this movie's brought in $67.5 million in the domestic box office. That's awesome. For a movie that we really knew nothing about, I had no expectations for. That's a lot of money. If you look on this list, it's high up there on besides Black Adam and Black Panther, which are two, huge IP movies. This thing has made more money than, The Menu, Strange World, which is a huge Disney movie, Violent Night, Devotion, The Fabelmans, which is Steven Spielberg's new movie. So yeah, really interesting. And I need to get around to checking Ticket to Paradise out. I really do. But Trevor, you're hearing this. You're seeing the these numbers from this weekend's box office. Tell me your thoughts about Wakanda Forever continuing to be the number one box office. Tell me your thoughts on Black Adam and where it's landed in the box office. Give me your thoughts on all this.
Well, it doesn't surprise me at all that Panther has remained where it is. I mean, it's one of those tentpole type movies, and I think a lot of us have a very emotional connection to the original one, and then the man behind it. So I think there's that natural interest in it. And I've actually been hearing pretty universally good stuff about it, which has been hadn't really been the case for the last several Marvel movies. Just so it's good to see that for that, and it's also nice to see Violent Night up there. I mean, I love Christmas. I'm a big Christmas nerd. And I feel like Violent Night is the perfect Christmas movie for this kind of modern generation. Overstimulated type thing, and I love it. I'm it's like a crazy, self-aware Die Hard, Die Hard being at Christmas. And anywho, I still haven't seen it yet. I need to go see it. But I love David Harbour too. I love that man. He's he's a great actor and an even better presence. He's just you just want to have him around and stuff. And then shame. I mean, I don't know. I didn't even hear about Strange World, which is very strange, but.
It's a strange world out there, man.
But yeah, it's odd. I mean, it's very odd to me that Black Adam did not make it more money than it did. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's no real. I mean, to me, I can't even understand why that didn't make more money, because it's The Rock. Everyone loves The Rock. it's Black Adam, which is a pretty great superhero, and then it is actually a good movie. Like, is it the greatest movie ever? No, but it's definitely really
Definitely
fun.
a fun movie,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
say the least.
Yeah.
Definitely a fun movie.
And I had a good time with it. You know, a lot more than I've had with other DC properties. So,
Yeah,
odd.
no doubt.
right? So, I don't know. It's kind of odd to me that it doesn't, and it's kind of a shame because I feel like, again, the DC group is just so trigger shy about everything, and I'm just like, I feel like a lot of times I hope it doesn't mean that they abandon whatever plans that they were starting to build off of the, Black Adam thing. Just pick something, sit through the freaking criticism early of it, and then, keep going. Eventually you'll figure your shit out.
Right. For sure. But guys, you guys are hearing this. This are seeing these numbers from the weekend box office. Another slow weekend as expected. Again, we're really waiting for Avatar 2 Way of Water to come through and make a big splash. Pardon the pun, but really that's what we're waiting for. And again, as we talk about a lot on the channel, the box office really needs it. The theaters really need it right now. So yeah, we're really hoping that next weekend's numbers will look drastically different. So again, I do have my ticket for Avatar 2. I will be seeing it this Thursday at 3 p.m. in 3D. So, I will be out there. I will be one of the ones adding to those box office numbers. So, but yeah, what do you guys think? What are you guys' thoughts on all this? On the weekend box office, have you guys had any chance to check out something this last weekend? What did you guys check out? If you did, definitely let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. All right. With that down, we are going to jump into our second main topic today. And our second main topic today is this. So we did a video up on the channel. It's been about a month ago about the trailer for the Forest Hills movie coming out with Shelley Duvall, directed by Scott Goldberg, also has Edward Furlong in it. This trailer looks the trailer looks crazy and wacky and scary and it looks like a good time. And we had the director of the film reach out to us after we made that video, and he recently reached out to us again to let us know that Shelley Duvall was on Entertainment Tonight doing a little interview, and I want to just go over and look at that now because some of this stuff that she was saying kind of touched my heart a little bit. I'm a performer myself, as we all are, in some way or another. But as you see here, it says Shelley Duvall on her acting return to acting 20 years later. I just want to read a couple of the quotes that she actually says. I will read a little bit of the article. Shelley Duvall returns to the screen this year after a 2-decade hiatus from acting. E.T. spoke with Duvall, best known for her role in The Shining, ahead of the release of writer-director Scott Goldberg's new horror film, The Forest Hills. She said, quote, "I know it's been a long time," the 73-year-old Duvall said, "but it's been great. It really has. It feels good. It makes me want to do more acting." The film also stars Edward Furlong, Chico Mendes, Dee Wallace, and Felissa Rose, and follows a disturbed man who is tormented by nightmarish visions after enduring head trauma while camping in the Catskill Mountains, per the press release. Duvall plays the mother of the mentally and emotionally disturbed Rico Mendes, who serves as his inner voice. She says, quote, "It's actually so much fun to act in a movie," she said, as returning to set. Quote, "I should appreciate every minute of it." Duvall's co-stars also spoke up about their excitement to work alongside her. Quote, I couldn't have done it without her," Mendes said. We needed each other because acting is not acting, it's reacting." This is really cool. Again, this really touches my heart. I mean, she's 73 years old now. She's taking this big hiatus, and she's coming back, and it's like it's touching her again, right? Sure. It's giving her that feeling. Remember that feeling, Trevor, when you probably first felt the call, right? And that's what we all call it, right? It's calling to us, and she's clearly feeling that again, and she's really appreciating the moment. And I think that's really important for her after taking this 20-year hiatus, and realizing, that she may not have a lot of time left on this planet to enjoy these fun moments of being in these fun films and being an actor and going on a press tour and being on Entertainment Tonight, and all of these things. She looks like like full of life. She looks like she's having a lot of fun, and she looks, happy to be there, and I'm happy for her. And this was really cool. The other thing I do want to say is that the director, Scott Goldberg, did also let me know that there would be a world premiere of The Forest Hills coming up soon in Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey. I believe that will be on March 11th is what I was told. And it will be a panel hosted by Kevin Smith. He will be moderating the panel, I'm sorry. And Edward Furlong will be there taking questions. They may also have Felissa Rose and Stacey Nelkin and Marion Hagen and some other people. It sounds really fun. It sounds really cool. It's also at Kevin Smith's kind of movie theater thing. March 11th. Keep an eye out for tickets. We'll definitely update you guys here on the channel. If there's a date when tickets are available, we will let you guys know for sure. I am hoping that possibly maybe I could get a press pass, and if so, I would definitely go out there and I would check it out, and I would report on this guy on this film for you guys live, and let you guys know my thoughts and my experience and all of that. So I'm waiting to hear back on that. And other than that, this is just exciting. I'm really getting more excited to see this film, and the more news we get, the more excited I get. And again, more than anything, I just want to say it's really cool to see the evolution of Shelley Duvall after all these years, really step back into this and really embrace it for how freaking awesome and just amazing it is to work on a movie set. Me and Trevor have had the luxury to do so, and it literally is the best experiences of my life. Even at its worst, it's such a bonding experience. It's such a fun experience. And it's so cool to see her even at this old age be able to step back in years later and still feel like, God, this is so freaking cool, and I can't believe that I didn't miss this more. But now I definitely am gonna. So I want, I'm gonna say it now. I bet we see Shelley Duvall more. I would not be surprised. But Trevor, you're hearing this information. Tell me your thoughts. I think you had a chance to check out the trailer for The Forest Hills. Give me your thoughts on the trailer for The Forest Hills.
The trailer. It looks freaking nuts,
right?
Man, it looks like it's a straight up ride into hell, and I'm all right with it. It looks super fun, and the effects look cool. The story's really interesting. Is this dude actually turning into a werewolf?
Right.
In doing so, is he then looking for dark ways to turn himself into a werewolf?
That's what me and Lucas were saying. Is this kind of we kind of thought that maybe this was a play on mental health, and that maybe this was kind of a identity crisis, similar. Which is funny because we're in a world where identity crisis is such a big deal that it would seem that it would kind of fit well for it to be that. However, he did, and we also thought maybe there was a drug addiction kind of thing going on with that. But he did correct us. Scott Goldberg did let us know when he commented on our first video that is not the case. That there is no drug use or what did I call it? Yeah, but what was the kind of mental I called it? Identity crisis.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. So it seems as if dude's a werewolf.
Dude is actually a werewolf.
Dude may legit be a werewolf.
We got an actual werewolf on our hands.
It could be.
In this world, it's nice to actually just get a monster. You know,
Yeah, no doubt.
My goodness,
Love me a good monster romp.
It's been so metaphorical recently that I'm like, man, you know what? I'm just trying to watch a werewolf tear some people up. Okay, I'm just trying to get some classic werewolf carnage. Yeah, I mean, so the trailer was cool, and I mean, getting to see both Shelley Duvall and Edward Furlong kind of back, like in a way, it was just very cool. Like, 'cause I mean, you know,
like I was saying earlier today, you know, we all wanted to be that kid from Terminator 2.
Right.
Like all of us.
God.
Everyone wanted to be that kid.
Still, if you watch Terminator 2 as a kid, you will still want to be that kid. Then you're like, bet, let's look him up. Oh, no.
Right, yeah.
My man, Eddie.
But good to see him back again.
He's looking better than he has in years.
Yes,
dude.
and he's
like
on
healthy.
the right path. Again, I hope we see him
that's
more.
What's so cool. Like, it's like, because he's so freaking talented. Like, I mean, we were talking about it, like Pet Sematary.
Yeah, right.
Then Terminator 2, one of the greatest like roles by a kid ever.
Right.
And then went on to, I mean, I'd say he would have almost been up for and should have been nominated. If he's not, I can't remember if he was for American History X. Like that performance, it was. I mean, Edward Norton is obviously like amazing in that, but like Edward Furlong kills it just as much as he does.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah, pardon the pun.
But good to see him back too, man. Like, just totally I want these people to be in good spirits and good health, and to see them have, you know, we have to talk about the McConnaissance and the Kiana-sance and the but I'm cool with the Duvall-assance or whatever, or the Furlong-assance, whatever.
Right,
let's do it. That sounds like a lot of fun, man.
That sounds like a French pastry.
But yeah, this is exciting news, man. You guys are hearing this information. Guys, let me know what you guys think about this down in the chat section. Are you guys excited to see this? Are you excited we have a premiere date? Are you wanting to know when those tickets are coming out so you can get you one of those tickets? I know I'm excited and I want to know, that's for sure. So, but definitely let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. All right, with that down, we are going to move on to our third main topic today. And our third main topic today is this. Okay, so Avatar, Way of Water, we talked about last week. Avatar 2, right, is coming out this week. Again, I have my tickets for Thursday, 3 p.m. in 3D. Super stoked. I had pretty much no anticipation coming to this and wasn't even sure if I was going to see it opening weekend. Right. But then last week on the show, we have a video up. If you guys haven't, go check it out. There's some early reactions out about Avatar 2 Way of Water, and they were all just so good. Like, the reactions were so great that my excitement just rose and rose as each review was read, until the point where I was like, give me Avatar 2. And the moment the show ended, I jumped on AMC and I ordered me and my wife 2 tickets. And again, we are going to see it this Thursday at 3 o'clock. It is like a 15-hour movie, but you stick around and I will do one of those out-of-theater reviews, even if it's dark and freezing by that point. But yeah, so you'll get my review on that on Thursday. But yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about the box office projections. And just with all those positive reviews, early reactions that were coming out, it looks like Avatar 2's opening weekend projections have bumped up $15 million from $135 million expectation to $150 million expectation. This is interesting. This is funny. This is another perfect example of how important word of mouth is, and how far word of mouth can carry a film when it is doing good. This thing's not even out, and the few people that have seen it, their reviews on it are enough that enough people like me are going, all right, I'm going to go check this thing out, man. And so this is cool, man. This is interesting. I don't see this thing getting 150 million. I honestly, the 135 seems a little generous to me. But with the early reactions, man, who knows? Maybe this thing hits 175 opening weekend. The box office needs it. The theaters need it. I would love to see this be a huge success. I'm really excited to go see it. I hope they have, I keep saying this, but I hope they have an Avatar, The Way of Water, blue, ocean-looking drink, and a big old popcorn Avatar head bucket or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited to see it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to say slightly under 120 million is what I'm going to say. At 118 is where I'm going to put this at. But man, these projections are really always spot on. So 150 million seems like probably where it's going to be. But Trevor, you're hearing this information. What are your thoughts on Avatar 2's box office potential raising $15 million just from these early reactions?
That's some amazing early reactions, man. I'm telling you what, that's they are. I mean, people are head over heels with this movie, you know. And I mean, I think that generally when the word of mouth starts to run around, like that is what usually happens. Like, I mean, you can throw all the money you want in there, but if you don't have good word of mouth, if people are not talking about it, then people are not going to go see it. You know, it is like, I think the movie theater game has changed a little bit, and I don't know if they've adapted to it, you know, because word of mouth's always been important, but like there was a time where advertising was way more important. Like where that's what got people in the room.
Good advertising.
Yes. But now, I mean, there's a lot of good advertising. They got a formula for that shit, you know.
But there's a lot of bad advertising now too.
That's true.
More than ever, I think.
Yeah, that like ruin the movie.
Yeah,
or like
lie, deceive us,
straight up lie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right, which is just like man, bro. Like they like though like good. One of the best examples in history of this is Drive. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Class action lawsuit against Drive because of the trailer.
You know what movie you've got, and you purposely make a bait and switch to make it seem like a whole different type of movie just to try and get people in the seats more. But really, that movie, the best way that a movie like that was ever going to do is if people saw the movie and went, dude, this movie's awesome, and went and saw it. Right. You know, so especially when you use those trick type advertisement, like you're going to like lose way more money because, you know, people will talk immediately and be like, nah, that stuff sucks. Like you gotta, we've talked about this before, but it's like, you've got to bring a good movie to the table.
Yep.
You bring a good movie.
Winning cures all.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
Right.
You know, there's a lot of luck involved in movies getting very successful. But I mean, if you make a good movie, you get a good script, you hire a good director, you get good actors. Most of the time, that's not going to get it every time, but the best chances you're ever going to have are that.
Right.
You know, that is what has, I mean, if you look at the halls of history of movies, you don't have any particular genre up there more than any other. You don't have any particular, well, maybe there's a few actors up there more than anything else, but with the things that we remember are the movies that are dope.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Like Dope.
Yeah, like Dope. Dope is a dope movie. For sure. That was a dope reference.
For sure. But yeah, guys, you guys are hearing this information about Avatar. You guys got your tickets for Avatar 2 yet, The Way of Water? Definitely let me know if you guys think it'll hit over 150, more in the 135 range, under, over. Definitely let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. All right, with that down, guys, that is going to wrap up this special edition of the Screen Talk Live YouTube channel, After Hours edition. I've been joined today by my friend and colleague and co-host, Trevor Farney. Trevor, where can people find you at, buddy?
The people can find me at The Mad Making Mind on Instagram, and from there's all my other links.
Also, sometimes on 47th and Broadway.
Yes.
You can find him right on the corner.
Yeah, if you need some good... stuff.
Guys, you guys know where to follow me. My handle is right there at Keaton Toothman. Follow me on Twitter. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and the notification bell here on the Screen Talk Live YouTube channel and give us that thumbs up. We appreciate you guys being here. We will see you guys next time.